Now, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are reportedly going to stop huffing and puffing
Don't
next
believe
to
a
me.
word they
Reportedly
say.
going to stop royal bashing, Netflix shows and tell-all books after huge backlash. Well, that's according to the Sun newspaper.
So who better to speak to than royal commentator Charles Ray, who is, of course, a former royal editor of The Sun. Charles, good morning. I'm sorry, I don't believe this pair, do you? I'm not going to call her Princess Pinocchio like one of our former colleagues.
Good morning, guys. I have to say, Andrew, I do agree with you. Let's wait and see if they actually stick to this. They're supposedly now going to stop their royal bashing and be behind the cameras, they say, at Netflix. Well, I'm pretty sure Netflix would be terribly pleased for, paying over £100 million for this couple just for them to sort of make up little stories or whatever. But they're not going to come out with any more documentaries, any more books, any more interviews. And I think this is something to do with the public bashing that they've had just recently, particularly after that the near dreadful car crash that they supposedly had in New York. And I think they've just suddenly woken up to the fact that they're no longer the golden couple of certainly of America, the long since not been the golden couple here. But it'd be interesting to see if they actually do shut up, because these two survive on the publicity that they've engendered over the last few years.
They're basically, their truth has become literally everybody else's comedy moment. I mean, as you said, you mentioned the near catastrophic, what does that even mean? Car chase in New York. And then you've got South Park, who did that cartoon of them, which everyone thought was brilliant, actually, taking the rise out of them. So, I mean, do you think this is what's prompted them? They've realised now that they have gone too far.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I've got great respect for Matt Wilkinson, who wrote this story. I mean, he's a very, very good reporter, very, very good royal correspondent. And I've no doubt that he has been told that this is what they plan to do. I'm not so sure that these two, Harry and Meghan, will stick to this. I just think they need the publicity to survive. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if they can sit on their haunches. And also, Andrew and Dawn, they were supposed to be making a new Netflix documentary about their life within the royal family. Remember the life without the royal family? Within the royal family, which was expected to pour another bucket load of doodah over the royal family. But, is that now shelved? We'll have to wait and see.
Because, wasn't that the reason, Charles, that the Queen apparently put bugs in the room when she met Prince Harry, because she was worried that he might be secretly recording for Netflix?
Well, that's right. I mean, everybody, if we've seen everybody in the royal family, whenever Harry is around and Meghan, they're very, very careful with what they say, because what they don't want to happen is for them, to end up in some sort of documentary or a book of what they've said. And I should imagine that the various people at the various palaces, including from the king down, must be sitting back in their armchairs today, breathing a sigh of relief. I just hope it stays that way for them.
So, Charles, how are they going to make money now, though?
They've made enough, haven't they?
Well, they're still making money through Netflix and Spotify, whatever things that they do. Look, you and I and Andrew are not going to be listening to any of the Spotify stuff. I'm going to say a bad one there, stuff that comes out. But they're still being paid by Netflix and Spotify, and it's quite a few quid. They're not short of a bob or two, despite what they were saying at the beginning about how they were cut off by the king. But it's they'll still make money. But look, we can wait and see. I still think that they cannot hesitate but come out with some nasty comment about another member of the royal family at some stage.
I think you're quite right. That's Charles Ray, royal commentator. Thanks for joining us, Charles.